What's up, y'all? My name is Justice, and I want to talk about distractions. So, when it comes to your goals, distractions are the main thing. Is for me, it's one of the main things I feel is is one of the reasons people stop doing their goals. Distractions are everything. People, uh, the things that you indulge in. So that's why you need to create healthy habits. The distractions are going to come. You know, I have something I wrote down. Don't let distractions deter you from your dreams. You know, when you see distractions, make sure that you understand. Make sure you know what those distractions are. And I feel like that's a way to exit out certain things that you need to exit out. Um, Also, just being careful of who you tell your business to. Like, just don't tell everybody everything, knowing that they're gonna distract you. You know, you can feel that gut when you're walking up to someone and you want to tell them something that you shouldn't tell them. Then after you leave, you feel bad about yourself. Uh, yeah, so just being careful of what you're telling and what you want to tell to people. You know, distractions, everything. You know, um, find a group. Find a group. You have to find a group of people that that want something more to life. There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 job. There's nothing wrong with having a normal life. But when it comes to generation wealth, you can't have a normal life if you're looking for generational wealth. You gonna have a lot of people telling you you have a lot of people telling you like some people told me, money isn't everything. Don't chase your dreams because if you become a celebrity, uh, you have to sell yourself to the devil. A lot of people say a lot of things that's not you know that's not you. A lot of times that's just them trying to deter you. You know, um, like I always say, spiritual people that's trying to take you from your dreams, from your goals. That's a spiritual thing. We all we sometimes uh, we sometimes you know thinking that we can collide with people that don't have the best interests and still have a good relationship. 9 times out of 10, it just don't work. I'm not saying acting like you better than someone. Not speaking to someone just because they don't have your interests. I'm not saying that. Always stay cordial to everybody, anybody. Stay cordial until there is a problem, I guess. But these people you can't collide with. There is no colliding with these people. Trust me. I tried thousands of times to try to collide with normal, with people that want to live a normal life and that's comfortable with where they at. And a lot of times, what you're gonna hear is complaining. You're gonna be hearing a lot of negative thoughts. So when you leave from these people, you're taking their spirit with you. And also me just understanding that they know that you're trying to increase your life. They know that they know that you want something out of life. They know this because they don't want it. So they know when a person is trying to do better for themselves. So it's spiritual. Like they can sense it, almost like they can smell it when you have goals. And another thing I have is staying busy. You gotta stay busy because when you stay busy, that's throwing them off. You throwing them off by just staying busy. They think you doing this, but you over here doing that. You already finished what they thought you weren't supposed to finish. Now you started something else. You started maybe a book. You started coaching. You started doing something else. Just staying busy. That catches them off guard. So yeah, don't let no spirit project your life. You know, a lot of people will project because they can't do it. They're gonna tell you that you can't do it. You know, and you don't want to have that feeling. You don't want to have that sense of feeling that I can't do it. You don't want to hear nothing. That's why when people around me for the most part, I want people to. I'm not saying I want a yes man, but it's okay for you to say that your dreams that you're going to make your dreams. It's okay to say everything's going to go right. You know, that's the type of people I want around me. You know, like when I'm at work, you know, I realize that like a lot of people just want to stay at work. A lot of people just don't want to move. They see you want to move, they can sense it. Like I said, spiritual, they can sense it. So what they're going to do is either they team up on you, or even if they tell on you, snitch on you, talk about you, you know, that's them trying to take you away from your dreams. You know, this could be manager, this can be the girl that's beautiful at your job, this can be anybody. This could be the person that's close to you at your job. And for the most part, that's what it's gonna be. You know, you're gonna find some good people, you know, 2, 1, sometimes 3 people, you know, it's not gonna be a lot. But even if it's just even if it's just yourself, take that. You know, until you find those people around that's with you. You know, and don't be a sitting duck. You know, always be moving around, always finding new things. So that's what I have for today. Distractions. Don't let anybody distract you.